I think understanding Pokemon Black and White is so unique in itself because it was very new for the franchise. Obviously, it was a soft reboot, but it was giving like main character from anime gets different reincarnations each season, but everyone remembers that first iconic season. This is the first time we're not seeing Pikachu in any merchandise, any press. These are completely new games. The evil team feels more like a religious cult. It seems a lot more serious, right? The stakes are higher, the characters look good, the random Pokemon you find are interesting, but you really got to notice every design has shading of black or white. These really bold colors, they're very vibrant. It's all new. It's very new school, modern, anime, futuristic, but still regular every day. You know what I mean? Concept as a whole was great. Truth versus ideals. It's not always black and white, but a gray area. N was that gray area. He didn't understand. He looked at things black and white, and you can't look at things black and white. You have to be able to see both sides to understand the full picture. So even though N saw one side of Pokemon with humans, it ultimately didn't mean that they weren't wrong to be with humans. He only saw that one perspective. They show this in the towns and the cities. The seasons change, things change, but life goes on. And you have to know it's not always black and white. That's so cool, dude. Black and White 2 isn't even like Platinum or Crystal, where it's just an addition to a game already made. You start off in a completely different part of the map. Some gym leaders have retired. We get new gym leaders. Some people have been promoted. Some people are missing. We don't know where some people are. You know, it's such a cool experience. It's Black and White 2. It is like the American movie sequel. You know, our rivals that we grew up with are now living their dreams. It's like a continuation, like Back to the Future. It's very meta in itself. White 2 and Black 2 do for Pokemon Black's characters, and Pokemon White's characters are amazing. I mean, I played White 2 first. It was the first copy I could get. I always saw Bianca as this confident, studious person and Sharon as this teacher willing to learn and help out anybody. But they were complete kids. You know, they didn't know what they wanted to do. You know, Bianca was so insecure and, you know, just afraid of everything. And now she's all confident. Sharon was just this know-it-all brat who knew everything and wanted to get stronger and didn't know why. And it wasn't until he met with Alder, the previous champion, you know, and learned, hey, you know, being a champion isn't about being stronger. You have to learn and help other people out. And Bianca kind of just learned, you know, I want to be myself. I want to help people the same way everyone's helped me. It was crazy. Like, be for real, Gen 5 is really Gen 5. You know what I mean? It's very Gen 5. You can tell the difference between a regular Pokemon and a Gen 5 Pokemon, right? And the Mons actually look like monsters. You know, they look like actual Pokemon. They weren't super humanoid or had certain features that made them look sexual or anything. They were just Pokemon, dude. And I'm not knocking anyone for that, right? But it was just such a kids-friendly first RPG game. It was like, this is somebody's Red and Blue, you know what I mean? Like, everything was locked in Unova. You didn't get too overwhelmed with different Pokemon and think everything was a part of that generation. You made sure everything you saw for the first time was a part of that generation.
Masuda told the design team to make Gen 5's Pokemon cooler than the Pokemon from previous gens, which led to most Unova designs having sharper angles, whereas earlier Pokemon were much more round.
I mean, think about it. Even the Blueberry Academy, everything seems super elite and futuristic and future modern at the same time. You know, you have a terrarium in your school. It's not like normal things. Unova has this futuristic anime concept that no other region has. I think that's very unique to Unova and why people like it and resonated with it so much. It's cool. Concept of the game overall is cool. It shows it in the Pokemon and the people, the characters, the art style, the graphics, the color scheming they use. There's this ever shade of black, white, and green used. It's like N's theme color, you know? It's very itself. The main protagonists are a little bit older this time around. You know, you get to a whole new region. You can't get those older Pokemon. Pikachu is not being used to represent Pokemon. This is a new installment, but still familiar. Black and White 2 are great sequels to the original classics that you can play. Even if you didn't play one or the other, it still give you a completely different experience. They're great games, man, and people need to give them more credit.